Is Sunita Williams, the astronaut's life, in danger? Is NASA being plagued with poor planning and implementation?
So here we are in the front of the International Space Station where our spacecraft docked.
Are there parallels between the 2003 accident and the loss of life of Kalpana Chawla, another Indian-origin NASA astronaut? Is Boeing's ongoing failure impacting NASA as well? Is there a monumental cover-up with mammoth political implications? Or is it an open war between two aerospace business giants? Let's first look at what's happening to Sunita Williams. As per latest NASA updates, Sunita's mission has been extended to 8 months, and she will possibly return in February 2025 aboard a SpaceX Crew Dragon owned by Elon Musk. This was originally scheduled for only 8 days. If Starliner flies back empty, then NASA's plan to send up the spacecraft with just 2 astronauts on board. Williams and her colleague Wilmore would return with them. Initially, the project was planned to be a test flight to the ISS, the International Space Station, a global hub for the scientific research community. Williams, who had already spent 322 days in space, is best known for her missions aboard the ISS, where she sets record for the longest space flight by a woman, 195 days. She is also credited with 7 spacewalks, a one-time record. However, astronauts have been known to stay in space for longer, with Frank Rubio holding the NASA record for the single longest space flight for 371 days.
NASA has decided that Butch and Sunny will return with Crew 9 next February.
NASA reports suggest that her delayed return is due to serious technical problems with the Starliner, including malfunctioning thrusters and helium leaks. Despite extensive testing on the ground, engineers are yet to resolve the technicalities. While testing in orbit shows that in space the thrusters are now operating normally, adding to the dilemma. Thrusters are part of the Starliner's service module, which disintegrates in the Earth's atmosphere after re-entry, separating from the crew module. Therefore, Boeing will be unable to examine any physical evidence. According to NASA's Commercial Crew Program Manager, the team at the space agency's White Sands test facility is trying to ensure that there are no unintended consequences from the extra heating that has been identified. Preliminary results reveal that all but one of the 28 thrusters performed well, but NASA said that a tiny Teflon seal seemed to swell under high temperatures. Notably, this vehicle is only rated for a 45-day stay at the space station, and that clock began on June 6th. According to aerospace experts, many things may go wrong if re-entry is attempted. The spacecraft can become stranded in space for malfunctioning thrusters and only 96 hours of oxygen supply. The spacecraft may fail to re-enter the atmosphere due to faulty alignment, remaining in space indefinitely. Another dire outcome could be vaporization upon entry. In 1997, Kalpana Chawla became the first Indian-born woman to go to space. On February 1, 2003, Chawla died when the Space Shuttle Columbia broke up on re-entry into Earth's atmosphere. Right after 82 seconds of launching the shuttle from Cape Canaveral, a piece of foam fell and was seen striking the wing of the spacecraft. This hole caused atmospheric gases to bleed into the shuttle, leading to the sensor loss and the eventual disaster. On the ISS, water is plentiful, and a recent resupply mission led to adequate stocking of food. The space station is like a 7-bedroom, 3-bathroom setup with incredible views of the Earth. William is busy with a whole host of things. Apart from scientific experiments, she has been assigned routine tasks such as organizing cargo, sorting food supplies, microgravity plumbing, and deep cleaning equipment racks. We've had continuous human presence on the space station for 19 years now, said NASA spokesperson Stephanie Chennault. It is an unprecedented international collaboration among nations. Crew members have to exercise for more than 2 hours a day to counteract the loss of muscle and bone mass caused by living in microgravity. In a video for NASA, astronaut Reed Wiseman explained that the treadmill is connected to the wall and crew members attach themselves with bungee cords. According to the US Space Agency, increased risk of cancer and degenerative diseases such as heart disease and cataracts have been observed in human populations exposed to radiation on Earth. It adds that health risks for astronauts from radiation exposure in space are mainly driven by long-term impacts. Williams is apparently suffering from space anemia, a condition where astronauts experience a reduction in red blood cells due to microgravity, as well as varied increased levels of space radiation. Another serious issue faced by Williams is space-flight-associated neuroocular syndrome, SANS, which reportedly affects the fluid distribution in the body, leading to issues with vision. At the end of the 8 months, the issues may become even more severe. Boeing's journey with the Starliner has been fraught with challenges. The first attempt to send an uncrewed Starliner to the ISS in 2019 failed due to software and engineering problems. A second attempt in 2022 succeeded, setting the stage for the first crewed test mission. Previous delays, including a faulty pressure valve and various engineering issues, had already pushed the timeline back significantly. As a coincidence, Rockwell Automation, the company which manufactured Kalpana Chawla's ill-fated Columbia space shuttle, is also part of the Boeing group. There may clearly be a pattern of trouble engineering that is emerging. In July 2024, the US Department of Justice shared details of its finalized plea deal agreement with Boeing, in which troubled aviation company will plead guilty to a felony charge of defrauding the US government. Boeing agreed to pay a fine of at least $243.6 million as part of this new plea agreement. The company already paid a separate $243.6 million fine in 2021 when it admitted to defrauding the Federal Aviation Administration when seeking permission for the troubled 737 MAX plane to carry passengers. Now let's talk a bit about NASA. It was established in 1958. It enjoys a formidable global reputation, having steered pioneering space missions, including the 1969 moon landing. In recent decades, it has been consciously expanding private sector involvement. Advocates of this new commercial approach for NASA included former astronaut Buzz Aldrin, who remarked that it would return NASA to its roots as a research and development agency with commercial entities operating the space systems. Since 2017, NASA's crewed spaceflight program has been the Artemis program, which involves the help of US commercial spaceflight companies. A human disaster caused by the faulty Starliner would be immensely damaging to NASA and its ambitions. When all the reported angles are blended, the Starliner issue may well appear to be much beyond science and technology, as it suggests serious political and business implications for the US in election year. Elon Musk has gone on record stating his support for Donald Trump, tweeting his public endorsement in July 13, 2024. There are reports of a serious rift between Boeing and NASA, which further queers the pitch. Apparently, Boeing is putting pressure on NASA to send the astronauts back as per schedule, while the space agency is refusing to compromise on perceived safety. The heroic Sunita Williams is still safe in the ISS, but how much longer cannot be guaranteed. Her health issues may multiply over the next few months, while her return journey may be on a craft safer than the Starliner. We can simply hope that she does not become a martyr like Kalpana Chawla. There is no guarantee.